Hello and welcome. We're going to be getting all the very best weapons, armor, utility items that you can possibly get in the starting area in Hagga Basin South. And more importantly, I'm going to show you how to farm them. And these weapons, armor, and items will supercharge your early game, allowing you to take on all the most difficult challenges in Vermillion Gap, even with some of the early starting armor, with no problems at all. If you do get anything out of these videos, consider liking and subscribing. We'll be covering how to get all the schematics, the rare and best armors within Dune Awakening, within the PvP and PvE zones. So let's take a look at Hagga Basin South. And we're going to be starting at the Griffin Reach Trade Post. And we're going to be doing a farming circuit, meaning we're going to go to all the different locations that have the best items in a rotation. So you can continue to do this in order for you to keep farming so you can get all the unlocks of all the very best gear. You can do this journey on foot. So as soon as you get into the map, you'll be able to head to these locations, as they are some of the best locations to hit early, particularly some of the ones we'll note as we go forward, giving you overpowered gear right from the get-go. Now, I advise having at least a sandbike, also have some water if you're trying to do the circuit. You'll also want to make sure you have plenty of fuel just in case, but let's go. Our first destination is the old Griffin Hideaway. We zoom out just so you can get a really good idea of where it is on the map, but it's very close to Griffin Reach Trade Post. So very nice, easy first target for the circuit we're doing, and you may have never noticed it. So starting from the Griffin Trade Tower, we're going to head that way right now. And I'll just quickly show you, it's very close by, so we won't muck around. So what are we going to find at this first location? Well, this happens to be a very potent upgrade to your Mauler. You'll find a schematic for Way of the Fallen, which has a modified spring mechanism that automatically reloads darts without releasing trigger pressure, dealing roughly 10.4 damage per shot, the high rate of fire, a great clip size of 24, reload speed of 1.2 seconds, and effective range of 38 meters. Low accuracy, but stable. And if you haven't seen this weapon in action, it is an absolute monster early game. It's also worth noting there are other chests in this area that are definitely worth looting, so make sure you take advantage and explore the cave properly. The next location we are heading to is a Hagga Gap Gateway. So we're going to head there now, and just so you know exactly where it is on the map, so we zoom right out. It's not too far away again from Griffin's Reach Outpost. So I'll show you how to get there as we follow this circuit along. But if you want to jump straight to there, it's right here, Hagga Gap Gateway. So what are we going to find at this location? Well, there will be a few locations that will have multiple chances to drop a few different schematics. And at Hagga Gap Gateway, you'd be able to get the complete Hollower Stillsuit set, which is an extremely overpowered Stillsuit, which is heavily armored, and the complete set will give you such a leg up. Now, you only get one schematic at a time, but just an example, let's take a look at how potent this Stillsuit is, and we're going to zone in at the Stillsuit garment. But do note, you'll also be able to pick up the Stillsuit gloves, boots, mask, all from this location. You'll find that the gloves drop the most, probably followed by the Stillsuit mask, then the Stillsuit garment, and the harder ones to get seem to be the boots, but you may get lucky and find any of these at any time. But this is what you'll find at these locations. Let's take a quick look at a comparison. The Hollower Stillsuit garment has an armor value of 64, reasonably good heat protection of 0.3 for early on. You compare that to the Scavenger Stillsuit body, which is what you get early on, has an armor value of 6. So you're getting a massive armor increase for this Stillsuit. Going from 6 to 64 is huge. The next location we're heading to is Broken Stone Station. And just so you have a really good, clear idea, we'll zoom out again on the map and we'll put a marker down so you can see it, but it's almost like in the middle down the south, and a very distinct location once we get there. And this could be a really good location to go to very quickly as well, as we are going to get the insanely fun Aren's Vengeance, which is a burst fire battle rifle akin to kind of the Halo battle rifle, and it's incredibly potent and fun to use. With its burst fire, it deals in pure punishment in your early game. You also find some spice-infused copper dust at this location. There's only a couple other locations where you find it, so this is a brilliant location to farm. But just as an example, the Karpov 38, your generic copper assault rifle, has a damage of 6 per shot, clip size of 20. The Vengeance has a damage per shot of 7.8 with a clip size of 30. And what we'll do is we'll fast travel over to this location as it's a bit further away and get a bit more of a visual idea of what it looks like, so you can easily identify it. And this is the location, and the chest location for this one is very easy. You just need to walk up these stairs, and it's your first room on the right. But do note there is a mine in this room. Otherwise, very simple to quickly run in and access. Don't have to eliminate everyone here, just run in and grab it. Now for our next location, it is very handy as it is very close by. Keyhole Rock is what we're looking for. So this location right here, just zooming out, but as you can see, it is very close to where we are if you're following this tutorial along. And just to give you a good idea, this is it on the map, almost smack bang in the middle, down to the south of the map, but sort of in the middle in that respect. Keyhole is an interesting location because we have the potential to find the old Spark Make 1, which is a unique power pack that recharges really quickly. This is very potent to use with your compactor as it will allow you to discharge a lot of shots quickly. You'll also be able to get the Sims cutter, which you get increased granite, copper, and salvage yield. And you also get basic iron yields. And finally, you'll also find Mohandis Sandbike Engine Make 1 has a top speed of 93 kilometers compared to the 70 kilometers for your general Sandbike Make 1. And the only downside is it runs a little bit hotter, but it's a superb engine. This will make you get around so much faster. Definitely recommend getting it. So you will have a chance to get one of these 3 schematics. From Keyhole Rock, we're going to be heading to the next location, which is unmarked, which makes it a little bit more difficult to find. But all we're going to be doing is going from Keyhole Rock over to this location here, which is unmarked. So we'll head over there. I'll show you how to get up. But ultimately, you can get this at any stage. You just have to climb this rock face. And this is where we're going to find the Hagga Literjon Mark 1. This is a fantastic early game item to carry water, giving you 6 water slots compared to the normal Literjon, which only has 4. Container capacity is 1,500, making it the best water container early on. It's worth noting once you do get to the top, there will be a mine. Otherwise, it's very easy to get, but a nice straightforward objective. And if you are trying to get this early on, I do suggest coming from this side here, as it is easier to get up as there's lots of places to take a rest and recharge your stamina. Next, we're heading over to the wreck of Alcyon, and we'll just skip over to that because you will come to this location many times as part of the main quest, missions, resource gathering. So nothing particularly difficult about finding this schematic. And what we get at this location is Kaleff's drinker knife. This is a unique short knife or Kindle, which is an interesting weapon as it will be able to convert blood to water as you use it against enemies, making it a perfect knife to go along with the Stillsuit, as it will keep refilling your Stillsuit with a damage per hit of 10.9 and attack speed of 139, compared to its copper counterpart, which only does 7.2 for damage and an attack speed of 139. This is the ultimate Kindle for your early game. Retrieving it is very straightforward, so we won't spend much time on it, as it is just a matter of approaching from the south side of the shipwreck into the hole, running around, and you'll find the chest right here. The next one we're heading to is another unmarked location, which is just on top of this rock formation. And zooming out to give you a good idea of where it is, it's a very, very close, right next to the shipwreck. So very nice and easy to find from where we are. So from where we are, we're going to just be driving around and heading straight for this rock formation. Now, what will we find at this location? We'll find the Aren's light armor suit. Now, we'll only get one schematic at a time, so this will require the location to be farmed many times to be able to get the complete set. But you will unlock the chest piece, the boots, the gloves, the mask, and the pants. But having a quick comparison between the Aren's chest piece, the stats are incredible when we compare it to the equivalent scavenger rag set. And when you combine all the pieces together, you really do end up with some amazing early game stats, the best light armor for this region, and very nice and easy to access. So it's very handy just to know where this is so you can include it while you're running around, so you won't have to kill any enemies to get this. And from here, the last location is the Imperial testing station. This is another location that you'll go to very early to complete some quests, and you'll always find the Emperor's Wing Mark 1. This is a unique suspensor belt with short effective burst for floating. You jump twice to activate the float upwards, but we don't need to spend too much time on the Imperial's testing station, as that is a very common and well-known unique location. But as you can see, we end up here at the Imperial testing location, and depending how much time we've taken to complete this loop, we could then head straight to Griffin Reach Trade Post and then complete this whole process again. So you could perpetually do this and farm all these areas, or just go to the ones where you need to get the remaining schematics for. And there you have it. That's how you get all the very best armor, weapons, and items for Hagga Basin South. I'll be doing a ton more videos on this, breaking them down in more detail. Also having a closer look at all these items. So if you get anything out of this, consider liking and subscribing. It goes a really long way.